live with it. We live with it. Pre-roll. Y'all already know what it is. Pre-roll. Pre-roll. Shout out DJ Smitty. Shout out to our guest about to come in this minute. One time for two-way. Whole lot of shot and shit. Bustin' at the bendo.
I went from red to riches to a feature with tip. I went from smart car to a smart lips. And that infinity made my hip lift. I'm going fishing with these little bitty strip. And my bankroll kind of big dip. Woo. She gon' bring it on a big ship. Quick trail, no quick trip.
That shit look good. I'm looking at it on my phone. You right?
Don't be blowing me up. Ain't getting no hit that ain't about the money. Ain't no use to you ringing my line. Stop wasting my time. That ain't about the money. Nah, I can even hear what you say. I ain't finna do that ain't about money. She can mix me with it. She can mix me with it. Turn it. I'm back in the lemon, I'm back in the lemon. I'm right in the gate with my shoes up just set. I'm shine like the reverend, I shoot at the reverend.
1 minute, Smith. 1 minute.
She try to make the extras, I told her.
I guess as soon as Ed come back, you got that intro. Yes, sir. Check.
Oh, I got you on.
Yeah.
I usually turn it up during the intro and I put it on.
All right. I just checked.
Alright, we about to go live.
Turn it up, man, so they can hear that thing on live, man.
Or just be yourself. If people don't like you, to be yourself, fuck
Can you speak? Can he hit you with the hard truth? The uncut from the gut. He pulls no punch on this podcast. He blasts real-ish. Take on topics most folks won't deal with. Now that's that Mims mentality. Give you a dose of entertainment and reality. That balance will make you laugh and think. So hear him when he say, let me talk to the folk on the street. Talk to the incarcerated and liberated. Let me talk to the judges, politicians and lawyers, trap boys, hustlers and soldiers, men and women, no matter what color, creed or religion. That's what No Limit Larry is giving. The truth, shining the light, walking the walk. Giving perspective from his perspective. You tapped in, you listening, we're good. Welcome to Let Me Talk.
Straight like that, man. One time my DJ Smitty, welcome to Let Me Talk the podcast. Well, we keep it 1,000 because 100 ain't enough. You already know we broadcast live from 8432 Old Statesville Road, Zoo Apparel, a.k.a. the Gathering Grounds Coffee Spot. Hey, listen. First of all, let me address the situation going on with No Grease Barbershop. You know, I spoke to both brothers, Damian and Jermaine Johnson, and they'll be on my morning show tomorrow morning to give you further updates what's been going on with them in South Park. If you haven't heard the story, well, you know their lease was set to be terminated 9 months early on April the 1st. Without warning, they had no violations, no complaints. Just, hey, you know, we're going to terminate your lease. So we'll talk about that more tomorrow morning on the Madhouse at 8:30. So make sure y'all tap in tomorrow morning for that shameless plug. But tonight, y'all know it's rough, it's raw, it's real. We keep it 1,000 because 100 ain't enough. I'm on this Moscato. Shout out to my girl that hooked up with this Moscato, Marilyn.
What's up?
Appreciate you. She got me on the Moscato. A lot of people like, you drink? I drink wine, you know what I mean? Moscato, Pinot Grigio. I dibble and dabble in that, you know. As you get a little older, you know, you get to 30, you start to dibble and dabble in things. You know what I mean?
Well, that's better what you used to do.
Y'all, hey, I really do not have to introduce this young man. This is my homie, my friend. We've been friends since I came into the game. He was kind of like one of my mentors. He watched me come up. He gave me advice. And yeah, so a lot of them stories that I tell people, he was there to witness. Like he was there to witness when I was a hothead in the game. Give it up for my man, Tall Nighter. The Quiet Storm extraordinaire. He did the Quiet Storm. He did afternoons. He did nights. That man, he did his own intern stint, and he's a legend in the city, man. You know, so when I placed this call, I've been trying to get him to do the Quiet Storm anyway. But when I placed this call, I said, man, we got to just sit down and chop it up and take people through the history of Power 98, through the music industry in Charlotte, through the No Limit Larry internship to where he at now. Everything. We ain't leaving nothing unturned. It's my guy, my homie, straight from Exit 4, Nation 4, representing Southside Olympia High School. My man Eddie Owens, what's up, babe?
What's going on, Lee? How you doing,
What's
man?
up, a.k.a. The Voice? That's what the ladies call him, The Voice. Hit him with The Voice, Eddie.
Man, go ahead with that, man. I'm just happy to be here with you, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what? I'm glad we're able to sit down and do this because, you know, you left the big boy station and you went on, you moved on. And a lot of people think, you know, you got fired. Eddie left. Eddie was a hard-headed ass Negro, and Eddie left. Y'all think he gonna tell my stories? I'm gonna tell Eddie's stories. Am I lying, Eddie?
I wouldn't say this though. I wouldn't say this. When I quit, when I walked out the door,
told you quit.
You know who was right there?
Me.
While I was packing up my locker. While somebody was yelling at me, telling me I couldn't leave. No leads would say, Ed, man, think about it, man. Think about it. Don't do it. We like Jordan and Pippen.
What you doing, bro?
Don't do it, man. I said, I gotta do it, brother. Hey, if they ain't gonna pay, I can't stay. It's as simple as that.
So let me tell you, Eddie, first of all, I'm glad Eddie is here on time. Eddie told me, I promise you I'll be there before 9 o'clock. I said, Eddie, we start at 9 o'clock. He said, bro, I'll be there at 8:30. He wasn't here at 8:30, but he was here on time. That's all I'm worried about because Eddie is notorious for being late.
Well, that's not all the time. That's not all the time.
I told you, I ain't even nothing to turn tonight.
That's not all the time.
Right there. Eddie was notorious for being late. When I first got the radio as an intern, one of the first things they told me, he was like, yo, I'm waiting on my man Ed. I was like, I ain't know you did. He was like, I'm waiting on my man Ed. I was like, Ed, who's like Eddie Owens? You was doing his music production because Nate was a music director and you was like his assistant.
Right.
You was assistant music director.
Right.
So he was like, I'm waiting on my man Ed. He's supposed to got this stuff done. He's supposed to be here too. It's 2:45. Eddie's not there. So he's like, man, so he started teaching me how to do it because Ed wouldn't come at 2 o'clock. Ed got there when he wanted to. But Eddie's work was always thorough. He might get there late, but Eddie is like a Dr. Dre. Like his work is thorough. But he ain't gonna be on time.
Well, listen, man, you got to remember, Lees, at that time, you know, was I still in college? Was I still I think because you were still in school.
I was still in school, yes.
Right. You were
I was a sophomore.
That's right, you were a sophomore, right? I was a senior, right, exactly.
Yeah.
So at that time, sometimes I couldn't come right at 2, you know what I'm saying, because of class.
That's what you gonna say?
Hey, listen, man, it was like that.
Another thing, Eddie always got to be serious. How many times did you car break down, Eddie? But Nate, you know, man, my tie.
Hey, listen,
my tie, Ed. My tie, Nate.
Baby, listen, you know I was driving on them 15. You remember Larry used to clown me about my 15 all the time, but I kept them clean though. They were clean.
Eddie had the Maypops. He had the size that Maypop at any time. Like for real. Eddie made all the damn money and wouldn't spend no damn money. Wouldn't spend no money, man. Eddie is frugal. Ooh, Eddie ain't gonna spend no money.
He know me, man. Larry knows me very well.
He won't spend no money, man.
I mean, I'll spend it on things that, you know, that I deem necessary. You know what I'm saying? But
what is that? Because I ain't see you by now. No, let me say this.
What's up?
I did see you buy now clothes when you stayed fresh.
Come on,
Eddie had his goddamn fur coat, but I went to steal that bitch. And Eddie and Tone was the first people at the station I saw wear real gators.
Oh yeah.
Like it was niggas up there with gators, but they was fake. Y'all had real gators.
Well, you know what, man? I gotta take the time out, and I gotta shout out my man D from DNR. Remember DNR?
Of course.
I remember, and this is a quick story for you. So remember because Larry, you came to this. You and Nate came. You all came late. But at the new edition Home Again tour, remember that? That was back in like 97, I think 98, something like that. Charlotte was one of the first cities, to get that tour when they all got back together. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing was that I had to host it. You know, they needed somebody from the station, so they was like, yo, Ed, you should do it. You know how Nate push you out there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's who he was, man.
And so he was like, nah, y'all should get Ed to do it. So I wound up doing it. And I had my suit, you know what I'm saying, a little black suit.
That boy kept a black suit now.
You know what I'm saying? Suit was on point. But I tell you, man, I remember after the show, I ran into D, Vibes, and Nene. Shouts to them too, man. That's fam right there. And I remember D handed me a card. He said, man, what's going on, fam? He said, look, I own the clothing store, DNR and Lee.
Yep.
South Boulevard.
I know South Boulevard.
You in the neighborhood then? He said, yeah. You know, that's where you from? I said, yeah. He said, well, man, come by, man. I got to put you on some shoes because your shoe game terrible. He told me that to my face.
D was a straight gangster.
D told me that to my face.
He was one of the realest.
He said, man, your shoe game terrible.
Yeah.
He said, so you need to come over here, man. So I went over there, checked him out, man, and D put me in my first pair of Gators, man.
That's what's up.
So, you know, shouts to D, man.
Now,
and at that time, I'm going to keep it real. You know, them Gators were like $600-700.
$650.
D let Eddie get him on that layaway. Cause you remember that? Man, that's when me and you was like doing clubs Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. That's how we supplemented our income.
Right.
You know
I wasn't making no money. I tell people my first check at Power 98 was $55.19. That was my first check at Power 98. It was $55.19.
Well, we grinded though, man. I mean, we used to tell them, man, we were on the road.
Yeah,
we had to hustle, man.
You had to hustle.
That was.
And you know, I watched you do your thing, you know, as far as on the music, because, you know, Eddie can tell you every record ever made, who produced it, what label it was on, when it first came out on vinyl. Like, Eddie is a music stickler. I'm not that big of a stickler for music, but Eddie will tell you something, you be like, damn, I didn't know that. And it be true, though. I remember that thing came out on white label where, you know, he had it first. Yeah, for real, though. Like, Eddie would be doing it. Eddie would be doing an interview so when you were an intern, for me, when I was an intern, I was a student of the game. So I watched you do interviews, I watched Artie do interviews, of course I watched Nate do interviews, and I kind of used to like just sit back and absorb it. Like, okay, so that's, you don't gotta go, because you know, some personalities have a script. I'm gonna ask these questions, or they'll send you a one sheet on the artist. I never seen Nate look at a one sheet. Even if he didn't know who the artist was.
No, he didn't do that.
He never looked at a one sheet. I never seen you look at a one sheet. But when I saw you doing what I picked up from you, you would always find something that would make the artist be like, damn, I didn't know that. Every single time. I forgot, I think it might have been LL you was interviewing one time, and you started talking to him about a record he had that was on the white label, and he just was like, LL started blushing, like, how the fuck this nigga know that? Like, I ain't never seen nobody know nothing like that. But that taught me, like, bro, you gotta dig deeper, and you gotta pull out that stuff that ain't nobody else gonna pull. And I remember one time I was in an interview with Yo Gotti, and I started speaking to him about his daughter, and he was like, bro, how you know? I was like, bro, number one, I listen to your music, right. and fatherhood is big to me. So I know that's big to you because you speak on it. Right. And I was like, a lot of times people don't actually get in interviews. He was like, you're right. So that's what I learned from you, big bro. I learned that from you.
Appreciate that, ladies. Appreciate that, man. Because, you know, like I said, we both were sponges, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just picking up, like I said, God rest his soul. I mentored Nate Quick, you know what I'm saying? And when I came on, you know, Michael Saunders hired me. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people don't know who that is.
Yeah, you know.
Michael Saunders was he was the
PD.
Back then, way back.
Back in the days, you know what I'm saying?
By the time I got there, he was gone.
Right. That was I call that the first wave of PG, because that was like Les Norman and Late Night Master Blast.
Yeah, I wasn't up for that.
You know, I used to listen to Les at night, man, as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, man, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? And then Mike was doing afternoons. Skip went to mornings. You know, Skip Murphy. You know what I'm saying? So shouts to all them, Frankie Darcell, Barbara Taylor. You know, all them, man. You know, that's part of the Mean Gene. You know what I'm saying?
Mean Gene.
Apollo.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, because you born and raised in Charlotte, just like I am. Man, when did you know that you wanted to get in radio? Because you went to Olympic High School, graduated from Olympic High School. So what made you sit back and be like, yo, damn, I want to be on the radio? Because I never really sat back and said that.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do for you, Lees? For you, I'm gonna give you the whole track record. I'm gonna give you, since we keeping it all real, Charlotte. So
that's right.
Nations Forward.
Okay.
K through 6.
Okay.
A Proud. Kennedy Junior High School.
The original Kennedy Junior High.
That's right.
Yeah, right beside the old Marigi days.
In the middle of Southside.
In the middle of Southside.
We had to fight to get to the bus.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right.
That's the original. You know what I'm saying? Kennedy Junior High School.
I'm with you.
7th through 9th. That's before they did middle school, 6 to 8.
That was a junior high. I went to junior high with McClintock.
And McClintock, exactly. So then I ended up at Olympic 10th through 12th. You know what I'm saying? When we had the original Big 12. You know, and you was part of the Big 12.
Nah, we was in the Southwestern 4A.
No, I'm talking about the 12 high. It was only 12 high schools.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was only 12. So.
I'm East Mex. So.
Right. So when I hear people now, it's like, where you graduated from? Oh, I graduated from Audrey Caleb. Huh? You know what I'm saying? It's so many now, you don't know.
It's about 27, 28
man,
high
that's
schools.
a lot of schools, man. Charlotte is grown, man.
Yeah. So what made you say, yo, bro, I want to do?
You know what it was, man? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It was Nate Quick. I remember Nate came to Olympic when I was a senior, and I was doing. I turned the morning announcer. I was the vice president of the student body, and Carla Bryce, shout out to Carla, she was the president. So my whole thing was to come up with a creative way to do the morning announcements. So what I did was I said, well, Carla, let's make it like a radio show. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's dope.
She was like, how are we gonna do that? So I just came up with this format with an intro, and you know, we would have we had like a box outside of the main office where you had a request. You know, you signed a request sheet.
Oh, so y'all was taking requests to play on
requests.
That's dope. I like that.
So we was doing all of that, man. And I remember Nate came. I had Easy come to do shouts to Big Ice, Easy Ice. I had Easy, Exit 4-2. But I had Easy come through to do our homecoming.
Okay.
And Easy was DJing, and he brought Nate with him. That was my first time meeting Nate.
Okay.
And I put him on the morning announcements. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody was going crazy. You know, homeroom. You know, all that stuff. And they hung around, ate lunch with us, and all of that, man. And it was a trip, man, because before Nate left, he said, man, I need to talk to you, man. So I said, all right, cool. So he said, man, you ever thought about doing radio? And I said, man, not really. I said, he said, where you going to school? I said, I'm going to South Carolina State. He said, okay, cool. He said, well, what you going to major in? I said, marketing and music.
Yeah.
So he said, well, man, he's like, no, you might need to do some radio. It might need to just, open it up and see what happens. I said, okay, cool, man. So when I came home the first time, the first summer after my freshman year, I ran into him at East Lamar. You know what I'm saying?
At East Lamar. Oh, what East Lamar?
East Lamar.
You see the drip back there. You see
East
Lamar drip back there.
And let me just say, what is it? Zoo Way? That's Zoo Way.
Zoo Way. Hold on,
is
shout
killing
shit.
all of this is crazy in here. It's
Yes,
crazy.
sir.
I'm at the shop. But
we gotta find your son. We got a 10-inch back there. Go ahead, finish the story. I was shaking. I don't know.
I know, man. Y'all gonna be young.
I got a video of Eddie when he was like super skinny. I got it on my phone. I'm gonna find it for him before we leave.
Well, man, it was, I ran into Queasy, and he was like, man, what you doing this summer? And I said, I'm just chilling, man. He asked me about an internship.
Yeah.
And I said, man, we having fun. Like, I'm home for the summer. I said, nah, man, I'm busy. You know what I'm saying? So then the next summer, I ran into Nate again at a cookout. I think it was at Easy's house. At Easy's house over there on the east side. Wellington Farms or something like that.
Yeah, Wellington Farms, yeah.
East Lamar, right. So I went over there, and he asked me again. He said, man, look what you doing this summer. And I said, man, I'm just chilling, man. He said, yo, listen, you ought to go ahead and do an internship. And I said, so, I know y'all don't pay that. Now you don't get paid, but you get credit.
Yeah, college credit.
College credit?
Yeah.
See, I know how many credits? It's 6. I said, sign me up.
Sign me up. I'm not easy out quick. But hey, sign me up now. Can I do it 6 semesters?
I said,
6
man.
semesters.
I said, man, for real? I said, cool. So that's what got me into it, man. And when I got into it, I fell in love with it, man. You know what I'm saying?
So when I caught wind of Eddie, I think he was doing the session. He was doing the session. You and DJ K Nice.
Right.
So take me through the session, because a lot of people know you from doing the Quiet Storm. You got the voice for that. But the session, for me and for a lot of other Charlotteans, like where we from North Side to the death. So we used to listen to the session. Like we checked you out. You brought that Friday night vibe. You brought all the new stuff. You and DJ K Nice. So talk about how did you put the session together and bring that to show.
So the session kind of happened because when, like I said, after my internship, Michael, was like, yo, he was like, listen, he was like, hey man, I think you can do good at this. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, man, I'm I'm gonna go ahead and offer you a job. I said,
Damn, that's
he
what's
said,
up.
he said, you know, work part
They
time.
ain't give me no job that fast, but go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? But it was just to run the boards, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, you come in as a board out.
Right. You know, he was like, yeah, but you know, I'm gonna have you shadow Marvin Ross on the mix.
Shout out Marvin
That type of, you know, shout out to my man Big Marv, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I did, man, and I actually transferred back home. I tried to go to Smith, but
We want you up there.
But you know, back then you had to stand in line for your class. People don't know nothing about that.
Wow,
You had to stand, but that was fun though. Remember?
Nah, it wasn't fun. I stayed in line 6 hours my freshman year. I said no because I didn't register early. So,
Oh, okay,
you know,
okay.
as a freshman, you learn.
Right,
so
right.
everybody else registered early. So on that first day, you ain't registered, you ain't got no class, you ain't got nothing.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it's 6 hours, boy.
Man, we used to, man, I know the
Never
state,
again
man.
in life. Never again did I do that.
In state, man, there used to be a party in the gym at SA Gym.
Oh, you met a lot of people.
You
You met a lot of
crazy.
people.
It was
Freshman
crazy.
year was amazing.
It was. But I mean, when I transferred home, when I transferred home, man, that's when I you know, started doing the graveyard shift. So Michael had me board op in WGIV. Remember when we was on WGIV?
Yeah.
So I would board up GIV from 7 to midnight, and then he would have me go over and sit with Marvin and shadow him with the Saturday night master mix.
Oh, Lord.
They used to call it.
That long
So
time.
that was 94. So I did that for a while, and then after I did that, probably a year and a half later, you know, Michael wound up leaving, and Andre got there. Andre Carson, shouts to Andre
Shout out
Carson.
to Andre.
And Andre was like, man, listen, I like what you're doing at night. He was like, and Michael had put me on the midnight to 6 a.m. shift. You know about that shift.
Graveyard shift.
Right, the graveyard. So I was on the
Anything
graveyard.
goes midnight to 6, baby. Shout out to my man Dion Cole. We
Right.
had some amazing nights midnight to 6.
Right. So I did that. I did that, man. And then I remember when Andre came on, and what was that, 95, 96?
He was there when I got there in 97.
Yeah. So I think that was 96 when Dre came on. And Dre was like, look, he said, I like what you're doing at night. A lot of creativity. He was like, but I'm going to change the format of the shows. He's like, so from Saturday, I'm going to go 6 to 10 instead of 7 to midnight. I'm going to go 6 to 10.
Right.
I'm going to go 10 to 2 and then 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. And he was like, man, I'm going to go ahead and give you the 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. and we're going to make that the mix show. And that's when he hired Artie.
Yeah.
Remember, Artie had left Kiss,
Yeah.
Kiss 102, and then he brought Artie on. And then Artie, shouts to Artie. And then Artie came in and blazed that joint up. So
Yeah,
one
she
day
did
they gave
her
her a
DJ
night.
bass.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
gave
her
her, they
DJ
gave her a
bass.
night. So she killed it. So that's how the session started on the weekend.
Yep.
You know, Friday nights and Saturday nights. And that's how I came up. And then I just sat down and tried to come up with like a unique, something that was unique. You know what I'm saying? Like every hour we had a feature. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So what was your format for the session? Because you played a lot of new stuff. Like you played
Right.
the new stuff, the popping stuff. Because you know during the day radio plays the regular rotation, but at night and the mix shows you get, that's when you discover your Jeezys, your young jocks and stuff like that. So what was your format for that?
So the first hour was like, I just kind of let K Easy get loose, you know what I'm saying, and do their thing. And then the second hour we did the local artist talent showcase that me and you were talking about.
Yep.
That I started to solicit music from local artists.
Ooh, I can't wait to talk about this part. I love the local artists, baby. I love the local
I
artists.
know because that was really the first time, like me and you talked the other day.
Right.
That was really the first time that they had a platform, and I was just a real advocate for us blowing up our own artists because I saw what was happening in Atlanta.
Right.
I saw it early. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And organized LaFace Stein, organized noise, Goody and all of them. And I was like, man, I see it happening. And talking the street, Greg Street, seeing what they were doing. I said, yo, we got to start, pushing our own. So that's how that started. And at 12 o'clock, we did the session mailbag.
Yeah, I remember the session. Of course, I was in session. Like, for us, for like my generation, like you was on the radio, I guess how some cats came up listening to me. I came up listening to you. Because you was like, you was a session, you was young, you was hip, you played all the stuff we wanted to hear. When Master P dropped, you played all that. Like, I remember K-Night did a Master P No Limit mix.
He used to call it No Limit Radio.
No Limit Radio.
No Limit Radio.
Well, I swear to God, we body slam put people in the skating rink. You know what I mean? You can, he used to go in, but y'all used to play all the hot and popping stuff. Like today, it would be like a DJ playing Lil Baby, Pooh Shiesty, Fujiano, like all that. You know what I mean? And the Baby and stuff like that. But now, like, it was like that for me. Y'all was that for me. Like, that was crazy. And y'all brought it every Friday and Saturday night. So what was the session mailbag? That was when y'all took the letters from prisoners.
Right. And how that actually happened is I started getting letters, you know what I'm saying, from cats that were locked down.
And they sent them in. And we get them.
And then we got them. And what I did was I just started right at 12. I was like, yo, every week, the session mailbag, we're going to just start reading these letters, because what was so dope about it, these were brothers who, you know, locked down, might have made mistakes and things like that. And what they were doing in the letters, they had messages for other young brothers.
Right, and they would also, some of them would apologize for their crimes.
They apologize.
They would give, like, if they knew like the victims, they would like, this was their chance to have remorse.
Right, exactly.
It was dope.
I thought it was real dope, man. They shout out their loved ones, but the main thing too, Larry, is throwing that message out there like, yo, don't be like me. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I just thought that was real positive. And, you know, we started doing it, man. So that was 12. And then 1 o'clock, you know, hold your ones up.
Hold your ones up. Hold your ones up. Hold them. Hold them. I told you, I mean, listen. That's who we rock with.
Man.
Hold them up.
And that was like the all out, the all request joint.
And that's when the all nighter started, like, did the all nighter start on the Quiet Storm?
The all nighter really started, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I got that name in college, man, because we would be.
Ladies, huh?
No. And I'm gonna be. I know a lot of people think that it has a sexual connotation to it, but really, what it is just. We used to stay up all, bro.
Oh, in college, yes, sir.
I mean, man, and they would come to my room, because our room was like a hangout.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Speedy, you know, room 301 of Bethea Hall, right down on the corner. You know,
South Carolina State, Orangeburg, South Carolina.
Absolutely.
HBCU.
You know what I'm saying? So cats would come in there. You know, we had the Nintendo hooked up on one side, the Genesis on the other side. So it was just like an all-night thing. We'd get back from parties 2, 3 in the morning. We'd be up playing the game about 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And then we had to go to sleep, wake up, take a shower, go to breakfast by 8, so we could be the class of 9. So I look back, man, I said, God, how do we do that, man? You know what I'm saying?
You just living, man. You don't even think about it. When you in those moments, you ain't even thinking. You're just moving.
You're not.
You're just moving. And sometimes those are the best times of your life, bro.
Yeah,
like, you don't I ain't even thinking about sleep. I'm just doing something.
Right. We had a ball, man. But that's how I got the name, because they would be like, dang, Ed, man, you be up all night, man. You the all-nighter. You know what I'm saying? That's how it happened, man. So when I started radio, I just kind of used it. You know
Yeah.
Because in the neighborhood, in Exit 4, my nickname was Thorough.
Thorough?
They used to call me Thorough Ed.
Okay.
Instead of Special Ed.
You was Thorough Ed.
Thorough Ed.
Why you was Thorough Ed?
They used to say I was thorough.
Thorough?
The boy was all around.
Okay.
So that was my nickname there.
Thorough Ed.
But when I was
I'm glad you didn't use that in radio, because that shit wouldn't work. Thorough Ed ain't gonna work. I'm just taking that right now.
You know, they'd be like, what up, Thorough? You know what I'm saying? So we did all nighter. So that's kind of how that happened.
So you go through that. You got the session. You rock the session. Then did you end up doing the Quiet Storm next, or did you end up doing afternoons next?
Well, what happened was I was doing that the weekend. You know, I was Friday and Saturday.
Right.
And then remember they changed the format on V101.9. They took it live.
Yes.
Remember, it was all automated. You know what I'm saying?
Like it is now. No, I'm just kidding. They're not automated. I'm just kidding. It's not automated. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we more automated than they is.
Right.
Everybody going straight.
So it's just one of them things, man, where, you know, they moved DC to afternoons over there.
Yeah.
And they moved, remember they moved Barbara Taylor to middays over there. And that's when they moved me. I took DC's spot, remember, because DC.
Yeah, afternoons. So how did you get, because the afternoon show, you rock that. But a lot of people know Eddie Owens for doing the Quiet Storm with the cameras with the toes out. Y'all don't know. So I used to work afternoons first. Then I worked, I had my night show. So Eddie
Battleground.
The Battleground. So Eddie used to come on after me. Man, Eddie come to work straight from the gym with a white beater and got their Umbros on, with sandals on, with no toe, with his toenails not cut. He just running there and got their lights and cameras, getting his little phone, cut the lights off. Me and Nate used to sit in the office and watch it. We was like, and Nate used to say, boy, watch Eddie come in. Watch you come in. First of all, Eddie's show started at 10 o'clock. Ask me what time Eddie got to work.
Man, I got there at 10.
10:30.
I did. Man,
So you don't remember the night Nate was sitting in your seat?
Man,
you gonna talk about Nate and Terry sitting in your seat?
Hey, listen. Now, Terry didn't sit in the seat now. Because you remember, Terry didn't come around till I was doing... No, Terry was there when I was doing...
Yeah, when you started doing afternoons again.
Right. That's right. When I did afternoons.
So, you gonna tell him when Nate was sitting in your seat? Because I was in the office that night?
Well, you know, Nate was sitting in my seat that one time. Because I told Nate that I was running late, man. I told Nate I was running late.
You're tired again,
But the thing was, you know, Andre wouldn't have... If I didn't hit my break by 10:10...
Yeah, Andre was our boss. Andre was our big boss.
Yeah,
Nate was our second.
Andre wasn't having it. So I kind of learned... I learned this trick from Nate to go ahead and pre-record your intro. I would do my intro, so when I got there, everything was straight. But I mean, most of the time, you know, I was in that league. You know, I was in there. I had to light my candles, man. I had to get the mood right. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you killed the Quiet Storm. It's hell of a like. It's a stable in Charlotte. People are begging for the Quiet Storm to come back right now. So before we dive into, you know, me coming on the scene and going through all my melee when I first got there, because a lot of people don't know. And you know, because a lot of times you used to pull me to the side, like, ladies, come on, there. You was there. So before we get into all that, though, you Quiet Storm, you did that. You know, it's a staple in Charlotte. What made you quit? Because, you know what I mean, you quit. Like, a lot of people, like, I don't know if people think you got fired, you quit, whatever, but I can stand here and I can sit here and say, Eddie quit. Eddie was like, man, y'all ain't gonna let me do such and such. I'm out. And I thought Eddie was crazy. I'm like, you finna leave all this good free money. I mean, it's not free money, but we ain't doing rocket science and chemistry, nigga. What you doing? What are you doing? You finna leave.
The whole thing was, like I said, it was just one of those, and we just gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real.
We keep it down because 100 ain't enough.
Exactly, I like that. And pretty much what it was, and it's still, I'm gonna go ahead and speak on this, it's still a disparity in black radio and white radio.
Yep.
A lot of times your counterparts are making twice what you're making.
Right.
Doing the same show. And you're beating them.
And you're beating them. Yeah.
And you're beating them.
A lot of times, yeah.
And when I raised my voice about it, it was a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, of course, they don't want you, just say it. You know, nigga, you ain't supposed to be complaining. You know what I'm saying? You know, you need to be quiet about that. I was told, look, you should be happy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was told. And I started talking to some other people, you know what I mean? And who I'll shout out right now, Pac-Man, you know what I'm saying, on FNC.
Ooh, love Pac-Man. Hey, Pac-Man,
Pac-Man.
Call me, man, we need to talk. I need some meetings.
Pac-Man is really one of the people who really schooled me to the game. And he said, hey, listen, he said, I'm telling you right now, you know, they can say money's not in the budget, but I'm here to tell you it's in the budget.
Right.
Because I'm a living witness it's in the budget. And when Pac-Man kind of went over how he handled his situation, because, you know, he stayed out. Remember, Pac-Man actually left for some months, and he wound up coming back.
Right.
But the thing was, I was just like, you know, I said, well, man, you know, that was an issue. You know what I'm saying? And when I came back, it was like, you know, look, either you going to sign this contract, because I didn't sign mine. Remember, Larry?
Yeah, you was the last holdout. Eddie was the last holdout.
And Larry, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go ahead and say this, Larry. I'm going to go ahead and keep it real.
Go ahead.
I asked Larry, I said, Larry, man, look, if me and you do this together. I said, Larry, man, if me and you do this together, me, you, and Artie, we do this together, man, we can get more money. And Larry kept it real, y'all. He kept it real. That's why I love this boy, man. Larry said, Eddie, I got kids. he said, Eddie, I can't do it, Eddie. I got kids. So, but no, I respected that, though. I respected that.
One thing about me, man, I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. Like, I wasn't finna sit and be like, yeah, but I'm gonna do this. And behind your back, go side. That's a sucker move. So I knew what situation I was in when I got there.
No, but that's real.
Yeah,
you know
I
what I'm saying?
I can't know what the purpose is. So.
Right, and it was one of those situations. And you know, management at the time, like I said, when they approached me with the contract, it was the same one. Because I mean, I went straight to the money. I said, it's the same number. They said, yep, it is. They said, you know, either you gonna sign it, you know what I'm saying, or we gonna move you back to doing nights. And I said, well, you know, I got a better idea.
How about I just leave?
I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? It's crazy that because you stood on what you believed in. And a lot of people won't do that.
Right.
You know, in this industry, and a lot of people won't stand on that and stand on like I believe in my worth.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, but I thought you were crazy as hell. I said I didn't think you were gonna do it. I was like, that bullshit. Because you know, for the Charlotte market,
right.
we get paid a fair amount of money.
Right.
You know,
right.
just being honest, we get paid
right.
a fair amount of money.
Right.
It's competitive with the salaries of our
right.
counterparts. Do they make more? Do our white counterparts make more than we do? Yes, they do.
Right.
It's not no sugarcoat. It's the truth.
It's the truth.
But is it fair and competitive? Yes, it's fair and competitive.
It's competitive. It's
definitely fair and competitive. But at certain times, you have to say, look, nah, y'all gotta goddamn catch up.
You gotta bring it. You know what I'm saying?
And I was shocked that you stood. Cause I was like, it ain't doing this shit. Like he not. But I was shocked that you did it. But I was proud that you did it at the same time.
Right.
And me and Nate said, I was like, he was like, man, that nigga now. I'm like, yeah.
I know, man.
He was like, he was like, that's Eddie, bro.
Because you know, well, it really lazy comes down to my dad. He just raised me, man, to be. He said, look, you got to stand on what you believe in.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be a man of principle. So if nobody's gonna respect you and what you feel you need to be respected in, you gotta make your move. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. My mama told me respect the money. If they got the money, son, we'll make the rest somewhere else. If you happy, you comfortable, your family straight, take it, and we'll make the rest somewhere else.
And like you said, hey, you knew we was making money. I mean,
we was making money.
I mean, we were doing good.
Not when I first got there, but
at that time, we both were making good money, but still, like I said, you know what I'm saying. When you know somebody else doing twice what you're doing, and it's like. And I'm winning. It'd be different if I wouldn't win.
Power 98 by far was blowing everybody out. It wasn't even close. Like when I was at night, I had a 25 share.
That's what I'm saying.
We had a 20. Like, and the next person had like a 6. It was ridiculous.
Out of the 9 books I spent in afternoons, I was number 1 for 7 of them.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was Pac-Man. He's the one that I remember the first time I went number 1. Pac-Man came over. He said, I just needed to come over here and see who it was that knocked me out of my chair, dog. He said, I want to shake your hand, man. And that's how me and Pac-Man met.
Yeah, Pac-Man was a good dude. If you don't know who Pac-Man is, he's the son of Billy Packer. You can Google that, and you can Google him because he's a real one. He definitely is real. And he looked out.
He's a legend too.
He's definitely a legend. And you know, when you talk about black and white, Pac-Man was one of the. He's a white guy, but he's one of the white guys that gave you the game. Like he'll tell you, like, look, this is how you need to do this. This is how you need to move, and this is what you need to say, and so on and so forth. Like we talked about this the other day. He taught both of us on how to get, like, when you doing these endorsement deals, build a relationship with the cats you're doing endorsements with, because they will follow you because they buy the station, but they're buying you too when you're doing endorsements. So he taught us to build relationships with them. So if you do have to make that move, then you can take them with you.
Right.
So you did make that move. You went to our competition. Now Eddie Owens across the street. Now I gotta beat my brother. Like, God, well, he wasn't in my time.
Right, I wasn't in this time.
But I'm like, damn, bro, you across the street. God.
And it took some time because, you know, I was out of radio for a minute because, you know, I had, you know, at that time, like I said, I just wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I started my media company. You know what I'm saying? I was doing that, which I still have. You know what I'm saying? I thank the Lord for that. So, you know what I mean? You know, we were just working, man, grinding. And then when that opportunity opened up with Radio 1, started, you know, 105, you know what I'm saying? I was like, cool. You know what I'm saying? I said, you know,
and I remember you got the afternoons doing that, the hip hop side. And I was like, yo, that's you all day. Because you know all that music. Like I said in the beginning, like you're a music guru.
Right.
Like Eddie, you can ask him probably about any artist. He gonna tell you. He know. I think he was there with him. he knows so much. I be like, damn, man, was you there with him?
You know, I just love music. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a lover of music, man. So for me, you know, it's just, you know, that's just like second nature. You know what I mean? So
let's get to the good shit. The shit that they want to see tonight. I'm going there, bro. Listen, we're going to talk about everything. Told you.
We might have to make this a part 2.
Nah, we're going to get it all in part 1. Let me talk the podcast. But we're keeping it 1,000 because 100 ain't enough. My guest tonight, Eddie Owens, the all-nighter. So Ed, a lot of people also know you from commercials. One of the biggest brands in Charlotte history was 5 Star Auto Mall. You made that one of the biggest. You made that one of the biggest brands in Charlotte history because of your commercials. And that's another thing I learned from you. Like you and Nate, put your step on the commercial. So if somebody else try to do it, it don't even sound right.
Right.
You don't even like you hear somebody else do like can't nobody else ever do a 5 Star Auto Mall commercial after you. It was like it's alright, but it ain't it. So you took that and made that a whole theatrical production.
Yeah, man, that was actually that kind of happened from Rob Grossman. Shouts to Rob.
Shout out to Rob. What up, Rob?
You know what I'm saying? So,
when I former sales rep.
Yeah, exactly. So Rob, they couldn't. I remember. Well, this is if you remember this, the Breakfast Brothers had it.
Yep.
And then something happened where I think somebody bought a car from them, and it did something happened. The car.
It's the car game, man.
Right. The car broke down or something like that. The person came up to the station. He was mad and something, and then I think they kind of went on, and I don't really know what happened with that, but I know he pulled off. I know he pulled off the air. And, you know, Rob Grossman approached me about it. He said, Eddie, can you just do me a spec spot? You know what I'm saying? For what people don't know, a spec spot is like a test commercial.
A sample commercial.
Right, sample. That's
give me a sample.
So.
Hey, girl, give me a sample.
You know what I'm saying? So I just did, I did it. I gave it to him.
You did so. Your spec commercial was it the rap like because you used to rap on them joints and go in.
Right. It was the first one was it was just me like kind of over a track, just talking about 5 Star, but I kind of rapped a hook to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You remember what it went like? You want to do it for the people tonight?
I can't remember.
Do you remember any of your 5 Star commercials?
Of course I do.
Do one of them tonight.
I can't do it.
You can do a book or something. One of them. You and Lil. My favorite was Lil Man.
When you brought out Lil Man.
Yeah, Lil Man.
You know what's so funny? I remember I was going through some old files because I got all of those commercials.
I believe it.
And I was going through some old files, and I remember I did the Uncle Lupa. You remember that?
Yeah.
Uncle Lupa?
Yeah, I remember.
That is.
Nah, you set a standard though, bro. Like if people in Charlotte remember 5 Star Auto Mall, they remember 5 Star Auto Mall with the location, and they remember your commercials. And then the third thing they'll remember about it is the competition they did, the freestyle competition they did, when they gave away the car.
They gave away the free car and Go Get a Records.
Go Get a Records, one of the first labels in Charlotte. One of the first. They were the first local artists that I heard on the radio. I'm not saying they were the first on the radio.
Right.
But they were the first that I heard on the radio.
They were the first. I know I'll say from our era, Soldier Love was the first record put into regular rotation.
Regular rotation, yeah.
Regular rotation.
Shout out to Mo Gamble, Nom, and I forgot the other
Shouts
people,
to all of them, man. Crucial, you know what I'm saying?
Crucial,
you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Go Get a Record, man.
Crucial out there doing the same. Big Gamble, you know what I mean? I see the boys in the gym all the time.
So they had a competition at 5 Star Auto Mall that they actually won with that song, right?
Right, they won it. Right, they did so right. They did well. What they did, they performed there because remember it was you had to do like a commercial. You know what I'm saying? You had to do like a commercial.
Yeah.
So they did their version of a 5 Star commercial and they performed it, but then they did do Soldier Love. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely came on and did that. Man.
So they won the car. They won the car for 5 Star Auto Mall. And by this time, No Limit Larry is on the scene. No Limit Larry is on the scene. I'm just finishing my intern, and I've kind of signed a little board out deal. So I'm doing overnights. I'm doing the boards.
Well, let me tell you about this. Now he want to talk about being late. But let me tell you about this. So during this time, Andre Carson had commissioned me with training people. Y'all, him and Nate.
Yes, sir.
You gonna train? Cause I had to train. I trained No Limit. I trained Tanya Robbins.
Dion Cole.
You know what I'm saying? So it was so fun. And Nikita,
yeah.
hey,
Nikita,
you know what I'm saying? What's up, Nikita? How you doing, babe? And Melissa.
Hey, Melissa.
Daniels, you know what I'm saying? So, but a lot of people, you know, they had kind of had me trained, but training Larry was so funny, y'all. This is the thing. So, like I said, so the session was on from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. So Larry had to come up and do 2 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Yep.
Now, Larry would come up there Sometimes he would be there too. Sometimes he wouldn't be there too.
Hey man, we be the club, man. You know the club, man. You know how the club go. I got 30 niggas with me in the club. I gotta make sure all of them get out. I gotta drive all the way to Concord at night doing 7 miles an hour because you couldn't drive 5 miles over the speed limit in Concord because your ass was going to jail.
Oh, yeah,
then you had to come down the hill of potholes, getting into the station and dodge the raccoons, and the deer and the snakes to get into the station.
And it was so funny, man, because Leezy would come up there sometimes, and I gotta say this, Lee. It was so funny because sometimes Tasha would be with you. You know what I'm saying?
She had a car back then. I ain't had no car yet. My car wasn't right.
She'd be with you.
She had to drive a Dodge Neon up there.
Dodge Neon.
Yeah.
And she would say, Eddie, I had to wake him up. Larry be up there half asleep.
Hey, man, hey.
I'm like, Larry, wake up, man.
You know, I said about the first 2 months it was a struggle.
It was a struggle.
But once I got that groove on.
I'm going to tell you now, once Larry got the groove, Leezy was in there. I mean, he was on time. Larry actually excelled real fast because a lot of people are scared to crack the mic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They'll do this, but they don't want to crack the mic. So that was the first thing Larry said, man, when I'm going to talk?
I got something to say, Eddie.
When they going to let me talk? I said, Larry, you got to master the board first, Larry. You got to master the board. So then I started letting them say some stuff. You know, I was like, well, man, look, wait till after 3. I said, wait till after 3.
Yeah, so Dre be sleeping. Yeah.
And sometimes Dre wouldn't be asleep.
Nah, I don't think Dre ever slept, man.
Dre.
He'll call that damn hotline and be like, yo.
Gosh, man, that dude.
Yo, what was that?
I'm going to tell you,
okay.
He was neurotic with it, man. When it comes to loving your craft and being in your craft.
Everybody at that time, I think, loved their craft.
Yourself,
me, Nate,
everybody.
Fred Graham,
everybody.
Artie One Woman Party, me, G, Janine Davis, PJ Murphy, Lord Mack, Keith Richards. Everybody loved radio at that time.
Right.
Like it wasn't easy ice. It wasn't a time where like cats would just. It was so fun the radio back then. Like cats would just sit on each other's show. Like they would have so many people in the studio.
Yeah, y'all used to have it.
When I started doing nights, I would have so many people in the studio. Nobody wanted to go home, or either that or nobody had nothing to do. It was one of the two. But cats would just be on each other's show, and we would just kick it. You used to train me, and then right after you, Artie used to train me, and then Fred trained me how to do production. It was, and they just showed you the game. Like they gave you the game, and they sat and talked. Which I can't leave out my girl Toya because she taught me a lot about promotions. And like she used to just sit up and just talk to me about like what do you want to do? When Nate went on the roof, you know, she was our promotions director at the time. And she just talked to me about like, you know, what do you want to do with this? What do you want to do? Like, what are your thoughts? And then like after I started telling her my thoughts, she kind of helped me put it into fruition and help make it come true. And when I just told her, look, just give me the van. Right. Let me drive the van around.
We had a Suzuki Sidekick.
Well, I put every mile on that Suzuki Sidekick.
Man, Larry
it
had
was parked
that
in North Charlotte, baby. It was parked in the north.
Larry had that thing everywhere, man.
I think when they gave it to me, it had 25 miles on it. When they got it back, it had 250,000. I put every mile on it.
Man, this dude had that Sidekick everywhere, man.
Yeah, me. My crew was me, Trill,
Mac,
Sid Mac, Mike,
Zoe at the time,
Zorro, my boy Zoe. Yeah. And sometimes Darius, sometimes my boy Corey, and then the rest of the North always came to the club.
Right.
Everybody.
Larry.
I used to be 30, 40 deep.
Larry used to come to the club with seriously 25 to 30 people. I mean, when I tell you, I used to be, and these are the things that we had to pull Larry to the side of.
They be like, God damn, you gotta bring 30 people with you everywhere you go. I don't know better.
But I will say, so we're gonna jump up on that real quick. So let me say. The true coming out party for No Limit Larry. That's in my opinion, that was your defining moment. Your defining moment was me and Nate taking turns hosting 2,000 on Sundays. Mm-hmm. Larry would come out there and just be out there, not getting paid. This comes from the love of the game. Just being out there, me and Nate would throw, we'd throw you some stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like. Larry would come out there and just host and just do it once the broadcast went off. Mm-hmm. Give the mic, Larry.
Broadcast was 11 to 1, and then they'd be like, hey. And then Nate wanted to go home. By this time, they'd be like,
and me and Nate at the time, at that time, we were both, well, Nate was already there, but I mean, I was transitioning into understanding about companies. You know what I'm saying? Like Verizon. Remember, I just got the Verizon deal.
Coca-Cola.
Stuff, Coca-Cola, right.
I had Coca-Cola when I got there.
So it was like, okay, well, we get money on that side of the game too. So the club stuff, we kind of started, you know what I'm saying, pushing back on.
I appreciate y'all. I made more money in clubs than I did my own salary.
And Larry, I remember the time when I was sitting in Terry's office, Terry Avery, and Kim Mark was in there, and Corey was in there.
Corey Head, what up?
And Diane, right? Shout out to Corey Head and Diane.
Corey currently owns Diamonds of Charlotte
and the Candy
and
shoe.
Candies.
Candies
He
Cabaret,
used
right.
to own Nicky's, but he sold that. That's
okay.
He used to work at Power 98 with us.
Right. We put Corey on.
Corey put us on too. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate it.
No doubt. I remember
You know what I'm talking about.
Corey used to work at Coke. I remember Corey was like, Eddie, man, well, I'm going to get in with y'all. I said, man, look, give me a resume. I gave it to Debbie Quay. The rest is history. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but the thing is, it was so crazy, Larry, because we were like, we didn't really want to be in 2000 on Sunday. And I remember I was trying to convince them. I said, man, why don't y'all just let Larry do it?
Yeah.
I said, because Larry is out there. He wants to do it. I think it'll be a great fit. And the timing couldn't have been better because the music, you was all on the crunk tip. The crunk music was hot. You took it, bro, and you took 2000 from here, which 2000 was already crazy. Larry took it to ridiculous.
Me and Corey did it, but me and Corey did that together. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it was a lot of times I used to tell Corey, he'd be like, man, that ain't gonna work. Then, but he'll do it, and then it worked. He'd be like, damn, all right, bro. So we kind of developed a bond and relationship together. Now we used to fight, and there was some nights he wanted to kill me, and there was some nights I wanted to kill him. But at the same time, because it was just stuff like it was one night I brought about 35 of the hardest North Charlotte niggas in there.
I was there the night. I think it was the 3rd anniversary. And I made the mistake. This was a mistake. This is a mistake, man, of riding with No Limit Larry. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why. He was like, man, come on, because I think we met at the station.
We did.
And he said, man, just jump in, man.
Come on, ride, Ed. Come on,
Man,
ride,
you can't ride nowhere with Larry. Because I'm telling you, you're not going to get home. You're not going to get home.
back then.
I mean, Larry stayed to
Not
the
back
end
then.
of the club. And after that, the club is over. He's still there trying to, well, man, what y'all going to do next? What we going to do next? I want to go home.
Mama house, 6 o'clock in the morning, baby.
I mean, man, Larry came through there, man. It was like the caravan of love, man. It was 30, 40 cars deep.
Man, so what used to happen was I used to go pick up my homeboys, you know, Trill, Mac, and I would pick them up, and the rest of the North would be out there. They'd be like, what y'all about to do? But like, we about to go to the club. They'd be like, we going. So at the time, like, yo, come on.
Okay, let's be specific. So where was y'all's meeting point in North Charlotte? Was it because 2 guys were still up there?
So I live right behind 2
right,
guys. So I lived on Homestead. Yeah, so they used to everybody meet at my house. So they would meet at my house where Big Mike, my homeboy Big Mike, stayed right beside me on Homestead.
Right.
So they know I'm coming to get Mike because Mike I ain't never had real security, but them niggas was my security because Mike, Matt, Travis, nothing was happening to me. I can guarantee you that. Because Mike was a killer before a killer. And he had no guns. You know, Mike, listen.
I know Mike Hands was as big as this.
Yeah, Big Mike, my homeboy, and he's younger than, he's like, all these guys are younger than me. Right. So, but like Mike was just like, bro, I just want to hang around and just do something good, bro. So Mike, and then we just roll like we were just homeboys. So it was like, bro, like anything that come, we with it. Right. Anything that come, we with it, dog. The North is the North. They gonna be, we with it. Yeah, if it's ignorant, it don't matter. If it's corporate, we with it. Yeah. So like anything that went down, it definitely it was some nights we was in the club. I'd be like, damn, I'm glad we made it home, bro, because it went there.
I know.
Fast, and I mean like fast. And this was one of the nights Corey wanted to kill me because I got 35 dudes in the North, and a fight break out, and it's all my niggas. And he like, yo, bro, this is what you bringing in the club.
Right.
I'm like, this is what they gonna do to my club. My money, they gonna destroy this.
Right.
I'm like, but the people messing with them though. So I used to have to go to war for them, but you know, we just always had each other back. So, speaking on that, it was another defining moment at the radio station.
What's that?
And I got into it with one of the local guys.
Oh yeah. That was a defining moment because at that time, see, Larry, you know, one thing about Leezy, man, Leezy is at his age he has grown.
Don't do me like that, bro. You trying to make it like I was out here popping pistols, man. I wasn't out here popping pistols. I mean, that was that one time. Maybe twice, but okay.
I thought we was keeping that all the way down.
You keep it down?
Okay.
You go ahead, tell these two stories. No, you can say it, but the statutes and limitations have passed. Go ahead, you can tell these two stories.
I ain't saying about that.
You can tell. But I got into it with a local guy.
I tell that. He got into it with the local dude. You told me they came up to the station?
Came up to the station.
So we're going to just call him a local dude. And we call him.
You can say it, I don't care. Like, bro, you know me. You know what I'm saying? I got into it, we talked about it earlier. I got into it with Mo Gamble. Like, we have since came together, we have talked about the situation, and you know it's all love now. But
and see, I didn't even know. You was talking about.
So,
that's what I thought.
That was my homeboy, but we can talk about that one too. That's a lot of time, y'all. That's a lot of time. I'm supposed to be 5 pounds.
Because the thing with Gamble, y'all just kind of, that was just like.
It was an extreme argument.
Right, that's what it was. And, you know, once again, your boy Eddie was there.
He was there.
Hey, man, look, you know what I'm saying? You know,
what was you, like, bro, like, what was you thinking about? Because it's a lot of times I was going crazy.
Well, like, you got to understand, I mean, you know, from my side, you know, it was a lot of hot airs over there too now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So exit 4. So for me, I mean that was nothing out of the ordinary. But what was out of the ordinary was this little dude with all his heart, man. That's what I'm like. I remember the time we were playing basketball, and Larry, it's so many. Listen, that's why I said we can do 4 parts of this. All right. I remember the time we were practicing for the Power 88 All-Stars. Shouts to my man Snoop. So Snoop was coming down, and he D'd up Larry pretty good. Larry called foul. So he really wasn't a foul.
He fouled me, bro.
It really wasn't a foul, but Larry said foul, so he got the ball back. So then Larry said,
it's not my old, it's young Snoop, because it's two Snoops. Right. And for the people that listen that might know it's two Snoops.
Right.
This is young Snoop that used to work at UF.
Right. That actually looked like Snoop.
He looked just like Snoop.
So Larry said, hey man, listen, man, don't foul me no more, man. So once again, man,
I wasn't even like
now Snoop probably about 6'3", maybe about 6'3",
6'4",
6'4", good sized guy. He go Larry, and Larry like this. Hey man, don't foul me no more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm looking at, so I know Larry by this time. I know him. So I'm saying, I looked at Bub, his brother. I said, Bub was like, man, just, you know what I'm saying? So we going back down the court. Larry gets the ball. Snoop D's him up again. He blocked Larry something. He said, okay, we're foul, take it out. We turned around this way. We look back. Larry fighting him. Larry just scooped him up. Snoop is like, is this little dude trying to really take me off my feet? So they start fighting. Larry is really fighting this dude. I'm talking about Larry punching thighs.
I didn't do that.
Larry punching the dude.
I don't know what he's talking about, Ed. I don't even know what he's talking about. That don't even make sense.
And I said to myself, so we go down there, we break it up, man. But it was so funny because to calm Larry down, y'all. Larry just don't, that's back there. Larry wouldn't stop.
I was like going.
I said, Larry, calm down. I'm holding Larry. You gonna let me go? You gonna let me go, dog? I said, Larry, I'm not letting you go, dog.
I don't believe this story. This is not true.
But it's the truth. I'm telling you, this is the truth. Spit, this is real right now.
Like I don't even act like that, you know?
But this dude right here, I will say this, man. Larry got more heart, man. I mean, this dude, I've seen it with my own eyes, man. This dude ain't gonna back down. He's not doing it. I mean, he's just a real guy,
Nah, man,
but he's not a troublemaker though. He's not a troublemaker. He never starts anything. He don't start nothing. He don't start nothing. That's
like the whole Mo Gamble situation. I felt like he was disrespecting the station. He was disrespecting Nate Cook at the time.
Right.
You know, Nate was our big homie, and Nate never really popped off. Nate wasn't a pop off type dude.
Right.
So, you know, Nate was, you know, he had both felt like a certain way about their song should have been on the radio at the time. And he said some disrespectful stuff. And then he tried to mumble under his breath. And I'm like, nah, Nick, say what you got to say.
Right.
Nah, don't walk away. Come here. Come here.
Right.
He talk about what he gonna do, and I'm gonna say what I'm gonna do. Let's do it then.
And that's how me and James Brown was pulling up.
Yeah.
You know, shouts to James Brown.
Sales rep
at the time. And I just saw y'all coming toward each other.
Yeah.
And then, you know, whenever you see Larry doing this, if you see Larry doing this right here, if you see Larry's hands start going crazy, he about to swing. He gonna swing. That's what coming next.
Like that no more.
That's what coming
like that.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we got in between it. Like I said, I jumped in. You know what I'm saying? We talked to them, like you said, man. You know, you and Gamble, y'all good now.
Yeah, we good, man. Like we both
good.
knew, man, at the time. Like it was just a big misunderstanding. And like I said, they had one of the first local records in regular rotation in 98. So shout out to them, their whole movement. Nam actually ended up signing a deal with Interscope. Had one of the big songs with Anthony Hamilton, you know what I mean, taking y'all a little bit through the history of Charlotte music.
Right.
Another time was crazy at the station when me and my homeboy got into it.
This
was your fault. You and Corey boosted my head. I told y'all.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, I did, man. This was y'all fault.
Now, I tried to get y'all to talk, man. So this is what happened. So Larry homeboy got stopped, right? He got stopped by the cops.
Yep.
And he said it was you.
Yep.
So then they had a warrant out for your arrest, right?
Yep.
so then, when Larry, you didn't get arrested though, did you?
I did.
Yeah, that's right.
Not that time. No, I didn't get arrested that time.
Right.
My other homeboy did the same thing, and I got arrested that time.
Right.
During this time, I just found out about it, and I contacted the officer.
Right.
And he just threw it out because he knew it wasn't me.
Right.
But it's just a disrespect.
Right.
Come on.
Right. So he came up to the station. I saw him downstairs. I was walking in, and I said, I already knew how Larry felt. and I told him, I said, look, man, I said, man, you might want to, I said, have you talked to him? He said, nah, man, I know he mad. But you know, that's my boy, because y'all was super tight at the time.
We were super tight.
So I said, you know what, man? I said, cool, you come on up. I said, I'm going to go get lazy, and then y'all can just hash it out or whatever. So I get off the elevator with Zoe, you know what I'm saying? So Larry is actually in the studio. You know, if you've been to Power 98, you can see.
We got the studio where you can see everything that's going on
in the lobby. So Larry looks. So I see Larry making the way out, and so I said, okay, well, here he comes now. I said, you get the chance to holler at him. So I said, Larry opens the door. With Corey, here go Corey coming out behind Larry.
Because Corey had boosted me up.
Right,
it was Corey's fault.
See, that's crazy. See, so here comes Larry. I said, hey, Lise, here go. That's all I got a chance to say. Larry blew by me and punched the dude in the lobby of the radio station. In the lobby.
Terrence, don't look at me.
In the lobby.
I mean, you don't have it on your film. Terrence is in the building.
I mean, punch, shout out to my man T-Money. We're going to get to him too. But man, punch the dude. Larry, we had to grab Larry, and I'm going to be honest with you, man. I thought you were going to get suspended. I knew you weren't going to get fired for it.
I thought I was going to get suspended too.
I thought you were going to get suspended, but once again, the big homie Nate, you know what I'm saying, came in, vouched for him, told the market manager what happened, and they let him slide on that one.
I ain't gonna even lie, bro. Like that time and the time at Summerfest when P. Diddy was there. At that day with Summerfest when P. Diddy was there, I was like, yeah, it might be my last day at Power 98. It might be my last day. I just knew that was my last day. But this was P. Diddy's fault though. So we had Summerfest, I think it was Summerfest 2000. It was Summerfest 2000.
2000.
We had Summerfest 2000. So Diddy, this is when P.D. Pablo got the biggest song in America with Raise Up. You know, spin around like a helicopter. This is his first performance in North Carolina. We had Carowinds. So the crowd, we had sold $10 tickets for Summerfest. We had sold $10 tickets and like $100 tickets. So if you ever been to the Palladium at Carowinds, it's a back part, a middle part, and a front part. So the front part was full, the middle part was empty, and the back part was hella swole, because that's why all the $10 tickets was, right? So Petey was getting ready to perform. Petey Pablo getting ready to perform. So Diddy grabbed Petey. He said, no, you can't go out there. You got to let me bring you out. You know how Diddy New York. So Diddy like, yo, but Diddy is a mastermind. He's a marketing guru. He's like, yo, you can't go out there. You got to let Diddy bring you out. I'm going to give you that step. So me and Petey standing back there together. We all in like, shit, that's a good idea. I'm like, damn, okay, Diddy. So he was like, yeah, I'm going to come out. You know, I know this your set, but I'm going to come out and surprise them. They're going to go crazy. He said, but damn, he said, I'm looking at the crowd. And why it's so split up? I need somebody to make a move and can they just move down? My dumb ass. Oh, boy, I got you. Shit, P did it. I got you. So I grabbed him. I said, Diddy, don't even worry about it. I got you. So at the time, Emax, he was working for us. He's on stage. I go out there. Emax, give me the mic. Let me get that.
Classic No Leezy right there too now. Classic Leezy.
Let me get that, Emax. Let me fix this for P Diddy. P Diddy told me to fix this. Let me go. So you know me, this is my first time meeting P Diddy. He the biggest nigga I've never met so far. P Diddy, cause Jay-Z was also on this show. So, but Diddy was the first thing. So I go out there. So I'm like, yo, what's up, Charlotte? Everybody go crazy. So I'm like, yo, I know. What's up to all my people in the front? You know, they said, hey. But I said, what's up to all my people in the back? They go crazy, right? I'm talking about they go crazy. I'm like, y'all want to move? They're like, yeah. I'm like, well, you know y'all can move if everybody move at one. Oh, everybody just started jumping over the rail.
Jumping over the chairs and everything. I was like, oh.
So I'm standing there looking like, oh, this was truly my introduction of the power of the microphone. So I'm Nate looking at me like, what the fuck? Emax is looking at me like, oh. So I'm looking at the crowd like they just knocking. They don't care. I'm talking about, and I'm not talking about a little amount of people. I'm talking about 7,000 people is moving from the back to the front.
Jumping the rail,
pushing security. They don't give a damn. So I'm looking at it unfold. So I done slid off the stage. I'm on the side looking. So I'm standing beside Nate. Nate got to walk and talk. I hear him walk. Who the fuck did that? Who the fuck? Somebody's going to fight. Who did that?
Was that Andre?
Andre is going off. Andre's our boss. He's going off on the walkie-talkie. I'm standing beside Nate. Nate looking at me. Nate's light skinned, so Nate turned to red because he's like, damn, my nigga about to get fired. So I'm looking at him like, damn, bro, like, damn, I ain't know.
Hey, I'm sitting back there with Trick Daddy.
Yeah, he back there with Trick Daddy. He back there, but he laughing like, oh shit. So
I was just like, wow.
So it calms down, right? So it gets calm, everybody gets settled, the security get everybody settled down. So I hear Andre come over like, yo, we needed to do that shit. That was all right. He was like, who the fuck did that? So I'm standing beside Nate. Nate ain't saying that. Nate not responding. He looking at me like, bruh, like for real? So Emax on the stage, No Limit, why you do that, bro? Why you do that, No Limit? Why you do that? Why you do that? Why you tell the people to do that? So now I'm like, damn, well, okay, this has been fun. Let me enjoy Summerfest. So Andre comes over to walkie-talkie and said, yeah, that need to be done. Did anybody go on? He was like, yeah. So Nate responds, he's like, yeah, Diddy ready. So he was like, did anybody get hurt? One person got hurt, a little girl. She got knocked down. She didn't get tremor, but she got knocked down. So they brought her backstage. So Drake comes back on me. So Nate's like, yeah, it was it wasn't Nate. It was James Brown. He said, yeah, it was a little girl. She got knocked down. She's cool. We got her backstage. She's not talking about pressing no charges on the station or anything. She just wants to stay backstage and watch the show backstage. Over. Drake comes back. Shit. Fuck it. It's a good job. Who did it? It was No Limit Larry, sir. He responds back, that damn No Limit Larry. I got to talk to him. That damn No Limit Larry. Roll the show. Diddy comes out. Man, he brought out 112. He brought out Jagged Edge. Craig Mack. And then he brought out Petey Pablo. Oh my God.
Black Rob too.
Oh yeah, Black Rob. He brought G-Dep out too. But he brought Petey out last.
He
was like, we New York, we Atlanta, we New York and Atlanta because he was talking about 112. And he was like, yo, but we in North Carolina. You know how Diddy do. We in North Carolina. I got the North Carolina guard right now. Man, they dropped that beat. And Petey came out there.
Went crazy, man.
And Petey brought me with him. It was over.
Right.
It was over.
Oh, yeah,
it was over.
Right.
But I thought I was going to get fired tonight. I just knew that was going to be my last.
That was wild, man. But you know, like we all had our, situations. You know what I'm saying? Like but we kind of at events where we had to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause see, you got lucky. You know, Andre sent me home. You remember that time
when you came to me?
No, with Matthew Knowles.
Oh yeah.
And for Sisters Only.
Yeah.
And he was arguing with me, telling me what to say on the stage, and I went up there and said what I said anyway, man. And Andre was like, Eddie. I said, yes, sir. Go home.
Eddie got sent home. That was one time. He got sent home another time. So listen, I'm gonna tell this story real quick. We gotta get out of here. So listen. So we used to have meetings at work. Like we have meetings once a month. Like Andre, I don't know what had went on, but something had went on. Andre sent out an email, and he said, "Listen, we're having a mandate." Like Andre talked. When he talked, it was just everybody listened. So he was like, "Listen," he sent the email. We're having a meeting. Nobody be late. He put it in all capital letters. This is a mandatory meeting. Nobody be late. The meeting was at 5 o'clock. Everybody's in the meeting at 4:55, but guess who? This Negro Eddie Owens, right? We in the meeting, Andre talking. He already went around. He already know Eddie ain't there. He mad. He hot. 5:15. Eddie coming in bitch like he in the All-Star game. Like, look, y'all think I'm lying. Eddie coming in bitch like he in the All-Star game. Listen, this is
show how to do this.
This is crazy shit. This is crazy shit. Look, so we got a door, right? So the door open, right? The door open. Eddie coming in bitch. Eddie got a big gallon jug of water. Eddie coming there, open the door. He already know he fucked up. He don't even care though. Dre is in mid-sentence. Eddie opens the door. Dre gets out. The whole room gets out. Everybody turn around and look at Eddie. Eddie come in. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? I'm talking about he high-fiving everybody. Everybody like, shit, all right, dude. What's up? So Eddie go to sit down. So Dre say, excuse me, sir. What time is it? Eddie was like, shit, I don't know, 5:15, 5:30. He was like, didn't I tell you don't be late? He was like, yeah, you know, but my time. He was like, yo, I'll talk to you in my office. Get out of my meeting. And it was like, out the meeting? What's up? All right, y'all. He high-fived everybody going out. I said, this nigga here. This nigga, he high-fived everybody going out.
I dapped up the whole room.
He dapped up the whole room going out. I said, but it boy right here, he crazy, something wrong.
Man, Andre lit into me so bad, man. Boy, Andre he said, if you ever do that again, I'm gonna fire you. He said, you ever do that? And, but the thing was, see, that's when Charlotte traffic had started really picking up. Yeah. And I just didn't know. But I'm telling you, but no, for real, I underestimated the Charlotte traffic, man. I underestimated the Charlotte traffic. The Charlotte was growing. You know?
We're going to have to do a part 2. We got some more shit with Eddie Owens. Congratulations, Eddie. You actually got a new show. Right. You're bringing the Quiet Storm to Columbia.
Right, the Big DM 101.3. You know, say 101.3 FM, the Big DM, man, which is a heritage station like PG, you know what I'm saying, down there in Columbia. So,
we actually stole Vanyetta from down there.
Is that where she's from?
Stole Vanyetta from Columbia.
I did not know that, man. I didn't know that. Shouts to Vanyetta, man.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. Shouts to Vanyetta. That's what's up. So, yeah, the Metro, man. So we gonna do it like that, man. And people can still stream the show on the BigDMFM.com. You know
that's what's up. When you start, or you don't know yet?
Yeah, we gonna. It's gonna be a surprise, but it's a couple of weeks. All
right, y'all let me know if y'all want Eddie to come back for a part 2, because we got some more shit to talk about.
We got some more stuff.
Let me talk the podcast. We keep it 1,000.
Can we say one thing, no, Lee?
Go ahead, big dog.
Can we say one thing for part 2? We gonna come back, man. But listen, we gotta shout out my man T Money up in the building.
T Money, come here, man.
You know, T Money, you gotta come over here.
You gotta come over here, man. Shout out T Money. Like, let me tell y'all something about T Money. T Money has probably like the most film from Power 98 history, because he was like, before the digital age, T Money film was filming everything. If YouTube would have been out when T Money was doing this, he would be a millionaire.
I'm telling you.
Because he has so much content with all the artists, Nas, Jay-Z, 50 Cent. Like the Jay-Z interview that I posted, he filmed it.
Oh, that is
When I told Jay that Eminem outflowed him before Nas even put it in the song, he filmed it. He was there. And Nate set me up for that, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Hey, man.
But I told Jay to his face what I thought.
It's a couple of interviews, man, where we both said some things. Remember when I told Roy Jones I didn't like his song?
Yeah, he said, I don't like the song.
And then Roy, no, I didn't say it like that.
I mean, but you know.
No, Nate set me up and
he
said.
did me the same way.
And they said, well, hey, man, tell Roy Jones what you said about this song, man. Tell him what you said. I said, what? You said you ain't like it, remember? then I said,
like
and
that.
Roy Jones said, that's what you said about my song? I said, yeah, Roy, that's what I said, man. You know?
What said? You must have forgot.
Man, Roy, man. I said, and then he go Larry them talking about, he go talk about, hey, man, you know you can't stand next to Roy, man. I said, man, I'll fight Roy. I said, I fight Roy fast. I said, as long as y'all there to pick me up from the hospital.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pick you. I remember that.
Long as y'all come pick me up from the Los Angeles International. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my man T Money, man. This dude does a lot of video, man, and everything. He does the reminisce, you know what I'm saying, for me.
He still do the videos, man. And like I said, but he probably got more footage than me and you than we even remember.
That's what I'm saying, man.
He be posting. I be like, damn, I don't even like. He posted something. Me and DJ Storm, who was outside of the Grady Cole Center.
Right.
Like, damn, I don't even remember that.
Yeah,
it's crazy though.
You got some stuff.
I appreciate you, man, capturing them moments, man, because like we didn't like cell phones didn't do it back then.
Right.
But like had YouTube been popping back then, you'll be a millionaire, bro. Easy.
Y'all two need to hook up and do something, Lee.
I'm with it, bro. I'm with it.
You know what I'm saying? Cause you ain't got that live from the print shop.
Live from the print shop.
Live from the print shop. You check that out on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we need to bring that over here to CMVA 107.5. We're gonna bring it on our podcast station. Come on.
That's what
We're
it
gonna
is.
bring Eddie. Y'all been asking for the Quiet Storm. We're gonna bring Eddie on. Eddie's gonna give us the Quiet Storm.
We gonna do it, man. We
It might be
definitely
late. It might supposed to start at 10 and start at 12, but we gonna get it. We gonna get it. We waiting on Eddie.
These you a trip.
I appreciate y'all, man. Let me talk. We'll keep it 1,000 because I heard it ain't enough. This is my guy, Eddie Owens, man. I'm No Limit Larry. I see y'all next week, 9 o'clock. Smitty, take me out of here, baby.
Smitty.